Please face the clerk and raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Have a seat, sir.
Thank you.
May I inquire?
You may.
Sir, state your name for the record, please.
Michael Charette,
Spell that last name, please.
Charette.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm the Deputy Director of Security at Metalor Refining,
And what is Metalor Refining?
Precious Metals Refinery
Where is that located?
at 255 John Deach Boulevard, North Attleboro, Mass.
How long have you held that job?
Since 1990, 25 years.
How did you come to get that particular job?
I worked at a correctional facility when I got out of school, and then I went to law enforcement for a year, and then I had a mishap with my knee, and I ended up going into securities.
What are the responsibilities you have in your position at Metalor?
Security and protecting the facility and safety.
As a precious metals refinery, what are the particular characteristics of the security job?
Well, we have to maintain the integrity of the security of the facility. So we, there's scanning procedures and video surveillance, and we're trying to maintain the metal content in the facility is what we're trying to do.
What part of the work of refining is actually done in North Attleboro?
The melting and the gathering of material, metals, jewelry, and whatnot, and it gets melted down.
What types of precious metals are we talking about?
Gold, silver, platinum, palladium.
In terms of value, how much goes through that particular location every year?
I'm not sure about every year, but a crate of material is typically about 20 million.
How often are you actually on site at that particular location?
40 hours, 45 hours a week.
And in 2013, was that the same?
Yes.
And what do you do during the day?
Assist the guards in maintaining the security, weighing material, opening and closing gates for armored vehicles, other vehicles, protecting the fence line, and maintaining the security from outside people coming in, and so the metal don't leave the facility.
Describe your video system.
We have a console that has flat screen TVs, like 6 of them, with numerous cameras, with all locations, well, pretty much all locations of the facility, aisleways, rooms, fence line, and gates, vaults.
Do any of those cameras sort of point outwards from this facility, or are they all pointing in?
No, a number of them, they're all on all 4 points of the building, and in between also, so inside and outside facing out.
Or may I have him step down? Could you show us, sir, on this map where Metalor is?
You have to get out of the way from the radar.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is the highway off-ramp here. Metalor would be right, I'd say right here.
Can you mark that, please? And where is Corliss Landing from there?
That would be approximately right here.
Could you put a C there? Were you familiar with this area in 2013, in June of 2013?
Yes, I was.
What was back and behind Corliss Landing at that time, do you know?
Behind Corliss, I believe it was woods.
Okay. Let me just take this standing. May I approach, Your Honor?
Me.
Show you this photograph and ask if you recognize what that is.
That'd be metal ore right here, and Corliss Landing right here.
Okay.
That's an overview.
Move to admit this, Your Honor.
As long as it fairly accurately depicts the scene, Your Honor.
Does this fairly accurately depict what it looked like in 2013?
Yes, sir.
No objection.
Maybe not to the next exhibit without objection.
Yeah.
May I publish, Your Honor?
Me.
Show you number 369, sir. Where is metal ore on this particular image?
It's right here.
This building here?
Yes.
And where is Corliss Landing?
That would be right here.
Right here?
Yeah.
Did your company have any cameras that pointed out towards Corliss Landing from the building?
Yes, we had two.
And where were those located on the building?
It would be on the northeast corner, and the next camera over facing northeast also.
And did those two particular cameras show the road in front of the metal ore?
Yes.
Okay, could you just show me, sort of in general, what area we were talking about those two cameras showing?
You want me to point?
Yes, just one. Here,
Yes.
and then anywhere else?
Yep, right over here.
And then here.
Right. Yes.
The road to the left of metal ore, what road is that?
John Deach.
And in front of metal ore?
John Deach.
That road takes a right-hand turn right at metal ore?
Yes.
In June of 2013, June 19th, 2013, were you contacted by North Attleboro Police and the State Police with regards to this case?
Yes.
At that time, what was your position?
Deputy Director of Security.
And what was your responsibility with regards to the video system?
Just to basically make sure that they were operating, accurately, and if a camera went out, we would call and have the camera company come in and repair it, and the typical, day-to-day operations.
Did you yourself use the cameras at that time for your job?
Could you repeat?
Did you have occasion at that time to use the system itself as part of being the director of security?
Oh, yeah, every day.
When you were contacted by the police, what did you do?
I went back and looked at the history and played footage from the cameras that viewed John Deach, and just watched them play, back in history to see what was going on.
When you say back in history, was that the evening of the early morning hours of June 17th, Sunday into Monday morning?
Yes.
Me.
I'll show you these two discs and ask if you know what those are.
Yes, so those are the discs that I provided.
These particular discs are discs that you provided?
Yes, sir.
What do they contain?
The footage of that John Deach Boulevard, of a vehicle passing by in the early morning.
Of June 17th?
Yes,
And how do you know these are the same two discs?
because I observed them and viewed them and provided them for the courts.
Did you mark them in any way to make...
I did, that's my initial on both of them.
Move to admit, Your Honor.
Object, Your Honor, there's no evidence on how they were prepared.
Did you yourself prepare these?
I did.
No objection, Your Honor.
May be marked without objection. It's the next exhibit.
Sir, if you could just come down off the stand, just and show us and where the particular angles of the cameras are for the two cameras that you prepared. Okay, just mark it.
So, you want me to just put a mark?
If you could just put an arrow showing the directions that the cameras are facing.
Okay.
Thank you. And if we could play 370A, please. It started about 3:26 camera time. Sir, there's an image on the screen now. Can you just describe from where we're looking here?
We're looking from the exterior of Metalore, looking basically northeast, and it's there to observe the parking lot that's in the background, you know, the fence line, and you can see that that would be Corliss Landing in the background.
Where's John Deach Boulevard?
John Deach is right up to the left there by that light that's to the left. That's John Deach to the left.
And then where does John Deach go in this image? How does it flow to?
It would go, looking at the screen, it would go down that corner, like in a northeasterly direction, and it goes that way to there's a hairpin corner right there in the corner.
Where in this image, with reference to anything you see in the image, is the hairpin part of the corner?
That'd be about right, you want me to point?
If you just point.
About right there, right on the corner, right there would be the, yeah.
So you're indicating here, in the dark area here?
Yes, right over in here.
Now, with regards to the time that's displayed on this particular image, you didn't set that time, did you?
No,
You don't know whether or not that's particularly accurate, do you?
no.
Objection on the question, please.
Objection is sustained to the form of the question, asking not to ask leading questions of your witness.
What work, if any, did you do with regards to the time on this video?
I did nothing with the time.
Okay. Bring it forward to... Sir, those lights that just went by, where did that go?
Objection.
Sustain.
Can you tell whether or not the car took a right on John Deach and went straight?
Objection.
Sustain.
Sir, on this particular... I'll do it on next one. Your Honor, if you could play 370B now.
Me?
Yeah, go to 320, 330. Now, sir, we have a second image here on the screen, a second video. What are we looking at here, sir?
Again, a camera on the outside of the facility facing northeast at the parking lot with John Deach in the background.
Within your system, this is marked as Channel 9,
That's correct.
okay? And where is John Beach Boulevard here?
John Deach is right in the back here. To the left, goes around the corner, and then continues down here.
And where is Corliss Landing?
Be right up here in the back over here.
Just sort of hold your hand there so it's reference to the set. The buildings at Corliss Landing, are they on the right or the left of sort of where we just had the pointer?
Be on the left.
What's at that corner where John Deach makes the sharp right? What's at that corner?
Currently or at the time of
At the
this?
time of this?
Woods.
Okay. With regards to this particular piece of video, sir, is this a smaller section that we've just seen here of a much larger piece that you gave to police?
Yes, it is.
Do you remember
Please
how
see
much
counsel
time?
for a moment.
Oh.
Counsel believe that we'll be finished by 4:15 with this witness, so we're going to finish up if that's, unless anyone has a real problem with that, so we don't have to bring the witness back tomorrow. Thank you.
Sir, with regards to the entire piece of video, did any other car go down into Corliss Landing?
Objection.
Objection sustained.
Sir, with regards to your video system, did you, at that time in 2013, did you have an outside company that helped you sort of with the wiring part of the system?
Yes.
Who was that?
A company called Shannix.
And who was your point of contact for that company?
Scott Bazinet.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, you may step down.
Thank you.
We're going to suspend at this time. Please keep your minds suspended. Please continue to avoid anything about this case that may appear in a newspaper, magazine, radio, television, any other media, or any social media, Facebook or Twitter, or anywhere else. Please continue to avoid speaking or emailing or texting or in any other fashion communicating in any form with anyone at all. And if anyone attempts to start talking to you about this case or your jury service or Mr. Hernandez, please end the conversation immediately, or a communication. Please do not do any research about this case, anything you think could be relevant in any way to this case, or Mr. Hernandez will see you tomorrow. And just a reminder that we are going full day tomorrow, Wednesday. Thank you.
All persons having anything further to do before the Honorable, the Justice E. Susan Gosh of the Superior Court, now sitting at Fall River within and for the Commonwealth, depart and give your attendance here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., to which time and place the sitting of this court is now adjourned. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Court is now adjourned.